Good morning. Do you like the title of this? Good morning, or is it? Is it really? So I just did a live. If I have the Spark Ignite and Shine mentorship, and we do lives and Zooms and motivation and goal setting and just real talk in there. And today's topic just kind of cracked me up because I think a lot of us have these mornings and this routine, and I was like, and that's why I created this planner. And I thought, I haven't talked about it on here in a while, so I'm gonna come on here because I want you to not question if your morning is good or not. I want you to go, yeah, it was great. And that you had control over that. Hi Stacy, hi Rachel, hello guys. Let me see if I have my tablet on over here. There we go. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so I titled this Good Morning, or Is It? Because I've had these mornings where it's just like, what is going on? Why? So for instance, wake up, hit the snooze all 5 times, which means at least 25 minutes of laying there in an horrible sleep pattern because you're not actually getting rest. Maybe grab your phone and then find that you scrolled through it for the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or maybe all 25 minutes. Get up, stub your toe, almost pee your pants, go into the bathroom, sit there for a second going, oh my gosh. Take your shower, start doing your morning routine, forget to put your cup underneath your Nespresso, coffee goes all over the cabinet, and you're just like, no, why is this happening? Why? I can't have another day like this, and then this self-sabotage starts setting in and you thinking, I can't have my day like this, and it's Monday. That has happened to me multiple times, actually. And I always have to stop and think, well, what is going on? What did I do any different today? And since June, I realized I've been off of my routine. I took most of June off. My husband had been deployed and he came home. And so we were staying up late, sleeping in. I wasn't doing my Sunday planning. I wasn't doing my normal routine stuff. I worked, I don't know, 3 or 4 days the entire month. July just kind of hit into there too, off schedules, vacations and stuff. And I was just like, gosh, in my mind, I'm telling myself August 18th, when my son goes back to Kinder Boost, I'm like, August 18th will be good. Well, why can't today be good? Why do I have to say I can't get into a routine till then? Because that's not the truth. So taking control of your morning. Last year, I created the Growing Me Planner because people always ask, how do you schedule what you do? How do you make the time to run all the things that you do and be a mom and be a wife and all of that? And I was like, oh, I'm pretty routined and scheduled. Doesn't mean that there's not flexibility with that and you can, adapt where you need to, but I need a plan. My brain is way too busy to not have a plan. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Stacy says you're about ready to sign the contract on your new salon. So nervous to start over and scratch, but you can use any advice. Well, you can always private message me about the salon stuff, but actually today, because of new beginnings, choosing today to be a new beginning, there's always excitement, fear, all of the things bundled together. But when you create the plan and you start living within these routines to make things easier, so that when the cup of coffee, the coffee cup forget to put underneath the cup and the coffee spills over, when you stub your toe, or when the things happen, you don't react to them like it's the storm. You react to it like it's a raindrop and it's fine, right? And so it's helping with all of that. So I realized that when my life was getting in chaos and I was waking up in the mornings and it was pure chaos, I had gotten off of my routine. I don't hit my snooze button. So to lay there for 25 minutes, you know what I could have done in those 25 minutes? Not laid there yelling at myself to get up. Just get up. Okay? I'm probably still going to stub my toe because I stub my toe all the time, just the way that our bedroom is set up. We are working on that. But then you're not having to rush through the rest of your day. You're not then forgetting things because your brain is just in chaos. You're just like calm. One of the biggest things for me in the Growing Me Planner is the Sunday planning. And I've gone live in here showing you guys how to do it, but Facebook likes to delete videos every 30 days now, so it might not still be in here. But Here's one sheet. This one sheet helps me with so much. I do a brain dump, completely just unload all the little things and to-dos in my brain. I already know my work schedule. My work schedule books out 3 to 6 months in advance. And because I know my son's school schedule now, I'm going to go ahead and just book my clients for the rest of the year. And so I already have my work schedule and I have random days marked off just for me. Might be a cleaning house day. It might just be a, hey, spa day. It might just be to catch up and let my brain just have a butt day, right? It might be a very productive day. Sometimes I do block scheduling. I tend not to mark off for lunch at work because I also set some boundaries and I don't work after 5 o'clock anymore. And so therefore I work through lunch hour, but I changed my appointments to be every hour and a half. So I have about a 15-minute break between every client to get little things done and eat, nourish me, take care of myself. When I took control over my schedule, and I did that quite a few years ago, it was like completely a game changer because I still made the same amount of money, which was crazy to me because I was booking appointments every hour and rushing through. But I think my clients felt that too. And it was interesting how I felt like when I was giving them more time and more quality service, and I raised my prices just a bit at that time, they compensated a little bit more as well. And it was amazing the type of clients that I was now attracting. I was no longer attracting the ones that I needed to fit in on their lunch hour really quickly, really quick. I was attracting the clients that could fit into my schedule and enjoy their time. Big changer, but it's a mindset shift. It took me a long time to accept that that was going to be okay. Anyways, so back to Sunday planning. Then once I have the brain dump and I already know my work schedule, I put that in on there. Then I start saying, oh, this needs to be done on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I kind of draw lines and put it into the schedule. Then I go to the next page, which is the plan for the day. And then I make the schedule for the day. These have helped me get so much more calm. Time equals calm. When you have your time, you know your day, there's a calm, there's a setting in there. Like I think about my son who's 5, he needs to know the plan for the day. Kids definitely need to know the plan for the day. Because if not, their entire youth, they are living through your schedule and they don't know what your schedule is. So no wonder there's always chaos for them. They need to know too a little bit of that structure and be excited for it. There's also a meal plan section in here, which I'm not big on meal planning. I like to know because I don't live by a grocery store. So I have to, when I go to town, I have to know what I'm gonna get. So I kind of have to know in advance. But things like this week, it's gonna be raining, thunderstorms for 4 days this week. And I'm like, oh, we should make that Chugwater chili recipe. My husband can go smoke the meat, so we'll do that. And then I'll make the Chugwater chili into the rest of it. And that's exciting. So he's excited, I'm excited. Thought might as well make extra and invite the kiddos over for a night and have some time with my grandbaby. And again, the excitement. So your routine doesn't have to be the sabotage of schedule. Sometimes scheduling, you'll make it fun. Tie in something in there for you for sure. Now we're at the end of the month, and in this in the Growing Me, we have the month review. And so it's what worked, what didn't, what am I grateful for? What are positive things that happened despite the storm? How would you celebrate? And I always put up my giving tree. Because you have to feel like you're living, you have to be bigger than you and bigger than your core family. When you are, and you guys have heard me talk about this so much, when you are working and you're doing the hustle, if you don't have a bigger goal that you're working towards, whether it's a vacation, is that for you? Is that for your family? Or giving to whatever organization you're a part of, whether it's a church or a Relay for Life or whatever, if you are just in your little bubble and you're not doing a giving tree where you're giving outside of that for somebody else, even making meals, actually just making a little bit of an extra meal of something that you're already making and give that extra meal to somebody down the street or something, giving excess of you, I feel like you're holding yourself back. there's something so magical in the miracle of giving and helping somebody else, despite what your storm looks like right now. Yeah, we just had that in our situation, in our family. Sadly, he passed, but we were doing extra meals for him. And I know that he was very appreciative of that, and so was the rest of the family. But it's just hard because if I didn't do that, you know, sometimes you got to reflect back. If I didn't live bigger than me, if I didn't have a routine, if I didn't see the positivity and the gratitude in things, are you living? And usually you're not. You're in a self-sabotage mode that you need to get out of. Okay, that's a side thing. Anyways, the Growing Me planners on the Nail Source website is a download. So you download and print it as you go. I tried to submit it into Canva for like an entire year, what it would be, and it was over $100. And I was like, ooh, I can't really do that. And so you could submit it into Canva and maybe do 90-day journals, because I believe in 90-day goal setting. But if not, I just print mine off week by week, and it's nice because it's all just fresh. Okay, on a side note, I have gifted many of these to you guys over the years, okay? But I was on there this morning to just go look and see what they had on sale, and the gratitude finders are on sale. There's two different covers. One is like a colorful leopard print, and the other one looks like a little community, like little cute houses and stuff like that. These are normally $19. They're on sale for $5.98. It's the deal of the day, and it's DeniseAlbright.com. And so I use this. Here's a blank page of what the inside looks like, and it's just gratitude. Like your week of this is what you did, your giving tree, your acts of kindness on here, people that you're grateful for, and you go into detail on that, your word of the week. Anyways, I've gone through quite a few of these gratitude journals, and it's fun to look back on them. They have stickers, they're positive, they're for all ages, it's fun. Anyways, this is part of my morning routine. Like I do Sunday planning, and that's set for the week. My appointment book is set for months in advance. And I realized for me to live with gratitude and for me to find that positivity and get out of the funk and be thankful for the little things, like I'm now thanking myself for remembering to put the cup underneath an espresso, that I got to drink it rather than clean it. I mean, little things like that are actually in here. And so you're finding those miracles and finding the positivity. So not only is this good for you, but they're also great gifts. And they were on sale on her website. I don't get kickbacks or anything like that. I just really like this gratitude finder. Yeah. All right. There's my talk for today. Oh, congratulations. A new salon suite. You know, the newness of things is so fun. And then being to redecorate, clear that chaos, like we just did that challenge, be able to like refresh, right? And maybe revamp your menu, maybe revamp your pricing, like all of that. And so it's really nice to, thank you for whoever just made an order. It's really nice for that newness. So if you are in your salon suite that you have now, and you haven't cleared your chaos, we have that, the VIP course that we just did in May. We have that, all the replays are available with all the bonuses. But, and I think you guys have talked me into doing that as an annual thing. But anyways, you can revamp, revise, review, refresh, all the re's. You can redo all of that in your existing space. You don't have to move to start all over again and have that new beginning. You can do it where you're at. So maybe go in one day with new eyes, sit in your client's chair and look around from a client's perspective of what they see. It's interesting that we kind of get used to the clutter. We're used to small bottles and small things everywhere. So we kind of oversee the stacks of things that we start to create. And like in Clear Your Chaos, we showed how to use, like, this is my packing station for the Nail Source. And it gets crazy sometimes. So I'm hiding, those are boxes and like the filler for the for packaging and like bags for packaging, the stickers for packaging, the printer, the weight, you know, like all those things. And I moved it over there because when my salon door is open, it hides that. That's no longer in view. So it's still there for me, and that's my organized chaos. I actually like the setup. It works, it's easy. But I noticed that my clients who aren't a part of the nail source and the shipping and stuff like that, that might have been more chaos that they didn't need to see. So that was one of those things that I cleared up in Clear Chaos. And so kind of look around with those new eyes and kind of see what you can refresh. It's gonna change. It's gonna give you motivation. One thing starts that ripple effect and it will just keep going. So that's always fun too. Yes. Hello, everybody. Oh, so many names I haven't seen on here for a while. Tracy, I was following your vacation. That's a dream vacation for sure. Hello. Okay, I'm always an open book. Always. Like, you guys can message me, and then I do set boundaries. I message back when I'm available. It won't be rather quick. Sometimes it is. But if you have questions on any of those things, or mindset, or you just need a like-minded person to even just vent to. I don't always have the answers, but I do have the stepping stones to say, hey, have you looked at it this way? And sometimes having new eyes on a situation can help. Even I do that. I reach out to my mentors and I was like, you know what, this is just kind of bothering me. Do you have any suggestions? And they do. People want to help. I want to help. All right, guys. Good morning. Happy Monday. All right, I'll put those links in these comments right now. And that's it. We'll see you next week or so. Have a good day.